and today I'm making bases. Got a little plaster here with some black acrylic paint, some water, stir stick, and various bases. Also a piece of aluminum foil. I think I'm saying that right. Time to mix this plaster up. Nothing too fancy. I'm trying to keep it pretty dry so it's not super weak after it's actually dried. And I added acrylic paint in there so I don't have to paint the base when it's finished. It's kind of the point of this video. Just crumple that foil up. It's going to give you your stone texture. Just going to spread out a really thin layer of plaster on that. 1/8 of an inch, a few millimeters for the metric folks. Just going for a pretty thin, even coat here. If there are gaps, holes in it, it doesn't matter, that's fine. I'm going to be breaking this stuff up after it dries. I'm going to be going for cobblestone bases here. And after that's dried, I'm taking a wire brush, some sandpaper, or sculpting tool. And another piece of sandpaper that I actually am going to use. Just knocking down some of that texture. You see a couple of those pieces there breaking away, that's fine. That's what I'm going to do anyways. Just kind of roughing some of this up, varying the texture a bit. Nothing too crazy. There's really no wrong way to do this. Or right way, I guess. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, now I'm just going to break that up. And I'm just knocking this down into more manageable pieces. Sizes that I would like my finished cobblestone to be. And as you can tell, I'm really not going for anything super uniform. I'm going to keep these bases pretty rustic. And I've got a little plastic cup here that I'm going to use to knock down these rough edges. Load all those pieces up and give it the old shakeroo. Dump them out, and don't know how well you can see this, but all the pieces are rounded over pretty nicely. Not sure if you can hear my neighbors arguing or not. If I waited till they were not arguing to record, then I don't know when I would record. So, okay, here I've got some tacky glue that I'm just putting down on these bases is going to secure my plaster. Nothing fancy, just standard tacky glue that has not been diluted. Try to keep this part of the process fairly clean. The last thing you want is a bunch of dried glue hanging over the edges of your base. It may seem a little odd that I'm putting down a few pieces on each one and then moving to another one, but I'm trying to keep these fairly uniform. Kind of helps with that. If you just go ahead and finish one base and then move to the next one, by the time you've finished all of your bases, you've probably got a slightly different technique, or you've run out of a certain size piece of plaster. This kind of helps keep everything uniform. And here I've got some watered down polyacrylic spray. This is going to help seal that plaster and toughen up the exterior a little bit. It absorbs in pretty well, so that's nice. That's dried. Got a little isopropyl alcohol. I should not have sprayed that, but it's going to be fine. No problem. What I'm doing here is dipping these in a little bit of dirt that I pulled from my driveway. This is what I should have done before I sprayed that one piece. I smartened up before I sprayed them all, so it'll work out. Dip them in, shake off the excess. This is a really simple project. Get a pretty solid base with very little work. See, no problem. Spraying these down again with some isopropyl alcohol, and now I'm going for the polyacrylic. Let this dry and you've got a finished base. No paint required at all. And there you go. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you've got a question or if you just want to comment. Thanks a lot. Bye.